Welcome to another edition of The Leaders. I'm Yuli Ismartono from Asia Views in Jakarta, my hometown. Here in the capital city of Indonesia, we will meet and chat with Dr. Nafsiah Mboi, who is a leader in the field of HIV/AIDS management in the country. Trained as a pediatrician, Dr. Nafsiah Mboi is an outspoken proponent on women's issues and HIV/AIDS. In 1986, she and her husband, then the governor of East Nusa Tenggara province, received the prestigious Ramon Magsaysay Award for their extensive community development work in this impoverished area. In her long and illustrious career, Dr. Nafsiah Mboi was Director of Gender and Women's Health Department at the World Health Organization. She also served a term as member of the Indonesian Parliament, and she is presently Secretary of the National AIDS Commission, as well as the Vice Chairperson for the National Commission on Violence Against Women. Nafsiah, thank you for being in the Leaders program.
Thank you.
I would like to ask you, first of all, what was your interest in the HIV/AIDS program?
I'm a medical doctor. I'm a pediatrician, and I was involved actually since the first patient, which was in '87. But my real interest was when I was studying at the Harvard School of Public Health, where I had the honor and the opportunity to work with Jonathan Mann, who at that time just moved from WHO to Harvard. And so we became very good friends. And he used to warn me, if you don't do anything in Asia, remember, Asia will be the next time bomb. If HIV gets loose in Asia, Africa will be peanuts. I've always remembered that. So as soon as I came back from Harvard, we then established a small group of doctors, medical doctors, and said, okay, we have to do something to prevent this.
Indonesia is known in Asia as one country with a serious problem of HIV/AIDS. How serious is the problem actually?
Well, we certainly take it seriously. For the national level, actually, we are considered low level with a prevalence of less than 1%. But what we see is that in subpopulations, for instance, in injecting drug users, we have a prevalence of over 50%. Among prisoners, among sex workers, we have a very high prevalence rate between 5 and 15%. Also among men who have sex with men and transgenders. So that definitely is a warning. And in some provinces like Papua, West Java, East Java, and North Sumatra, we're already seeing infection, HIV infection among housewives and babies. So that is a real indicator for us that we have to take it seriously, and this is a serious problem.
In terms of numbers, how many people in Indonesia are at risk?
A lot. A lot. The largest number, about 9 to 12 million people in Indonesia are at risk because they either are injecting drug users or through sexual transmission, or their partners. For instance, for sex workers, male, female, as well as transgenders, the number of clients is estimated between 3 and 6 million. So that's a huge number. And then injecting drug users, about 200,000, and also men who have sex with men, among about 700,000. So this all adds up because we are a big population. We don't want to have it so big that we cannot do anything anymore. We believe that we still have a small window of opportunity to keep it under control by accelerating prevention as well as care support and treatment.
Now, is the problem the same in other provinces, or is one province worse off than the other? We heard about Papua. We heard about migrant workers in West Tenggara, Nusa Tenggara, for instance, at risk.
No, it's not evenly distributed because we are an archipelago, and indeed that is one of the challenges, that we have to provide services to all these islands, including the most remote islands. We have now had the reports from 214 districts and cities and from 32 provinces. But still, very little is reported. The numbers that have been reported are only 22,000 up till now. Okay, but actually our estimation is that we have over 200,000 already infected. So if you talk about the tip of the iceberg, only about 10% has been identified and diagnosed as HIV positive. And indeed, the prevalence is not the same. We have the highest prevalence as of 31st December 2008 is in West Java, DKI Jakarta, East Java, and Papua. Papua indeed has the highest prevalence what we call case rate, which is the number of HIV positive per 100,000 adult population. And because Papua and West Papua, the two provinces on the island of Papua, the population, the number of people living there is so small, it's only about 3 million, it's about 1.7 million adult population, then the numbers indeed looks very great. The case rate is very high.